Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the installment of Scott's Selections here for Wednesday, May 26th. Before we get into today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We picked up a nice winner with the Suns team total under 104.5 at minus 120 on BetMGM. Got really dicey at the end for no reason. Booker had 10 free throw attempts in the final 1 minute and 8 seconds of the game. Got fouled on back-to-back three-pointers with less than 15 seconds left. Suns had 102 with a three-pointer at the buzzer, and it missed. So thank God. That would have been an all-time bad beat, but we got away with it and picked up a nice winner on the under. So we'll look for another winner here on Wednesday. And for the play of the day, we're going to be looking at the NBA once again. It's going to be in a matchup in the Eastern Conference between the Hawks and the Knicks, taking place at around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for the play of the day, we like the home team here. We like the Knicks on the money line at minus 130 on Bet Online. The time recording of 2:05 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, a couple reasons why I like the Knicks in this spot. First of all, I have to recap what happened in Game 1. The Hawks ended up winning. Knicks were in a great spot to win it, ended up falling a little bit short. Trae Young took over the game late. You look at Young's stat line, he was phenomenal at 32, 10, and 7. However, the issue I have with the Hawks is that besides Trae Young, nobody else really did much. I know Bogdanovich had a pretty solid game, had 18 points and 4 three-pointers, but unless Trae Young is going to have another fantastic game, the rest of the supporting cast really didn't impress me too much into that opening game. Capella had 9. DeAndre Hunter had a big 3, but he was pretty much a non-factor all game long. And you're looking at everybody else, really not much else to talk about for the Hawks. Offensively, they weren't great. They had 36 points in the fourth quarter. But before that, they really struggled. And you look at how the Knicks played. The Knicks lost by 2 at home, and their best player, Julius Randle, went 6 of 23. It was arguably Randle's worst game of the regular season, and yet the Knicks were right in it until the end. He didn't play well. Barrett didn't play well. Barrett went 6 for 15. He had 14 points. But you look at the supporting cast. Burks was fantastic off the bench at 27. Quickly at 10 off the bench. He played well. And Derrick Rose had 17. He played really well. The issue I have with the Hawks is that if the Knicks end up doing what they should do, especially with Thibodeau being a defensive-minded coach, if they trap Trae Young on some of the pick and rolls, I don't think Atlanta's supporting cast is going to make that many shots. It just maybe a personal, I don't want to say bias because I don't like the Knicks, but just a personal thought watching the Hawks. And nobody besides Bogdanovich and Young really impressed me at all. I know Lou Williams gave some nice minutes off the bench, but he only played 13 minutes, so it wasn't like he was a huge factor in the game in terms of rotations. But at the end of the day, the Knicks had a terrible game from their 2 best players or 2 of their best 3 players, and they still almost won the game. The Knicks know that they can't go down 2-0. The crowd's going to be rocking in MSG. And if you think the series is going to be a long one, which I thought it was going to be, I think the series is going 7, then that means the Knicks should probably get the job done. Now, I could also take the 1.5 that the Knicks are laying, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take the money line, play it safe. I think this game should be close, but I think the Knicks will do enough to win this game. Now, looking at some other factors here, the Hawks, even though they won game 1, were 16 and 20 straight up and 16 and 20 ATS on the road in the regular season, so not a very good road team. Meanwhile, the Knicks in the regular season were 25 and 11 straight up and 23, 11, and 2 at ATS at home. So at MSG, this team typically is very good. I know game 1 didn't work out, but I do think the Knicks will bounce back in the spot. Plus, you look at the recent meetings between these teams. Hawks won the last one, but that was kind of rare because the Knicks are 6-1-1 ATS in the last 8 meetings, and the Hawks are 1-4 ATS in the last 5 meetings in New York. So with all being said, I think the Knicks are going to win a pretty close game. I think it'll be close, but I do think Randle will have a nice bounce-back performance, and I do think the Knicks will make enough defensive adjustments to force Trae Young into a little bit more of a difficult time on those pick and rolls. So the play that once again here for Wednesday, May 26th, is going to be on the Knicks on the money line at minus 130 on Bet Online. Bye, everyone.